Here's a riddle. See if you can solve it. You can't see me, but you need me. You can get me, but you can't hold me. And if you have me, you want more of me. Who am I? Any guesses? Aha! Vocal technique. Hi singers, I'm Justin Stoney, the founder of New York Vocal Coaching, joining you for episode 112 of Voice Lessons to the World. Our question for today comes from Madab T in Tehran, Iran. Madab writes, Dear Justin, I know it sounds simple, but may I ask you, what is good vocal technique? Well, Madab, sometimes the simplest questions are the best ones, and this, my friend, is fantastic. Singers and even voice teachers are in a constant hunt for technique. I gotta get good technique. But what is it? And how do we achieve it? That's our quest for today. So let's begin with a little definition. Just what is vocal technique? Now, we could define it in many different ways, but let me offer you this little definition. Vocal technique is the ability to sing the way you want in a consistent and healthy fashion. It's as easy as that. Yet many of us tend to get bogged down with, am I singing the right way? Am I breathing properly? Am I placing the note correctly? But truthfully, there are many good ways to sing. There isn't one technique to rule them all. Instead, it all comes back to our definition. Does my vocal technique allow me to sing the way I want in a consistent and healthy way? So today, we're going to do that by exploring 5 essential elements of vocal technique. For each one, if you have it down, then you're going to receive a Stoney seal of approval. All right, you ready to go? The first one is vocal registration. Probably the most essential technique skill that any singer can possess is a mastery of vocal registers. Now, we've talked quite a lot about this on the show. For a refresher, go back and check out episodes 86 through 90, where we went on a vocal register world tour. But essentially what it comes down to is this. At the bottom and middle of your voice, I need you to be able to give me one of these. Yeah. Thick, beefy, rich. At the top of your voice, I'd love it if you could give me one of these. Light, resonant, soaring. At the extreme top of your voice, can you give me one of these? Stretchy, flexible, range extending. And most importantly, in the middle of your voice, I need you to blend for me in so many different ways. All kinds of different mixes. Head dominant, chest dominant with dynamic control and compression control. So, ask yourself, have I developed my chest voice, head voice, flageolet, and a wide variety of different mixes? If you have, then you've earned your first Stoney seal of approval. Number 2, extrinsic tensions. Regardless of your vocal style, there are certain technique elements that are kind of universal. One of those is extrinsic tension. We almost never want it, but sometimes the voice likes to cheat, and we have to say, nah, you don't get to. Here are some areas that I want you to be aware of. The shoulders. There shouldn't be a lot of up and down movement to your shoulders when you breathe. If there is, it's likely a sign that you're taking too much air and you're really huffing and puffing. On the flip side, make sure that you're not feeling stiff in the shoulder region. Try moving around gently in the upper torso when you're vocalizing. You'll see an immediate difference. The neck. We don't want to see lots of squeezing in this area. For example, the sternocleidomastoids and the stylohyoids. If you feel this tension or see this tension, go ahead and stretch it out or move it around. You can also try gently holding these areas down with your hands. The jaw. We typically don't want the jaw to be clenched too tightly, but we also don't want it opening as wide as possible or thrust into a forward position. Check in with your jaw as you sing and invite it to move freely and naturally. What about the tongue? With the tongue, we don't want it to do too much funny business. Like, don't thrust the tongue backwards and retract it into the pharynx. Don't push it down or into any flat positions. And don't hang onto it in any rigid ways. Nope, just let it float, like in your NG sound. Free to articulate. And finally, abdominals. This is an important one. The key word here is soft. High notes and difficult passages will require you to not slam, squeeze, or shove in the ab region. One of the best tests for this is to press into your solar plexus right here and make sure that it's not collapsing inwards as you sing. If you've checked your shoulders, neck, jaw, tongue, and abs, then you've earned another Stoney seal of approval. Next, vocal athleticism. Next, let's talk about knowing which vocal athleticism you'll need for your style. Are you a belter, an opera singer, a rocker, a jazz crooner? It's important to understand what kind of vocal athletics your style requires. For example, some styles require a lot of heady and breathy textures like this. I raise a hallelujah with everything inside of me. Other styles might incorporate more solid sounds and even some distorted textures. I'll raise a hallelujah. My weapon is a melody. Still others might ask for a bit of a belt or a chest-dominant mix. I'm gonna sing in the middle of a storm, louder and louder, you're gonna hear my praises roar. Or maybe the style asks that we go from straight tone to vibrato at our liberty. Up from the ashes, hope will arise. Death is defeated, the king is alive. Now, none of these kinds of athletics are good or bad, right or wrong, but they are stylistic requirements. You've got to know exactly what your style requires and then go after it in your technique workouts. So, your assignment from me is this. Make a list and ask yourself, in the styles of music that I sing, what kinds of vocal athletics are required? Riffs and runs, volume control, yodels, vowel modification, twang? Your list should have at least 5 things on it, but I would recommend 10 or 20 eventually. Once you've made that list, you'll be more clear about what to work on and practice. It'll transform your vocal life, and it will also earn you a Stoney seal of approval. Next, resonance. Another vocal technique must is resonance control. The human voice can alter its resonance in more ways than any other musical instrument. How many ways? Well, infinite, really. And the more variety you have, the better your technique is going to be. Here are a few building blocks. Larynx positions. Remember that we don't just have to sing with one larynx position. And you can tell everybody This is your lower larynx. Darker, rounder colors. And you can tell everybody, this is your neutral larynx. Balanced colors. And you can tell everybody, this is your high larynx. Brighter and edgier colors. Consciously altering your larynx position is a must in achieving the nuances of your voice. Next, the soft palate. Raising the soft palate all the way eliminates nasal resonance. Now, this is definitely something we want to do on occasion. However, a subtle lowering of the soft palate gives us access to the nasal resonance, which provides boundless benefits to the voice. And oh, you're suddenly mouth dominant. No nasal resonance at all. And oh, you're suddenly in the nasal. A slightly lowered soft palate. And oh, you've suddenly mastered them both. It's important to make sure that we can sing with our soft palate fully up, but also in lowered positions as well. And finally, embouchure. Depending on how you shape your lips and mouth, different resonances will come flying out at us. The general rule of thumb is that narrow singing provides elements of vocal flexibility, and wide singing promotes elements of vocal strength. Why she had to go, I don't know, she wouldn't say. Well, probably she left you because your embouchure was too narrow. Why she had to go, I don't know. Probably she left you because your embouchure was too wide. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. Now, with a nice balanced embouchure like that, I think she'll be coming back tomorrow. So you can see how making adjustments to your larynx, your soft palate, and your embouchure can make a huge difference in the voice. And if you've been working on any of these things in your practice session, then go ahead and give yourself a fourth Stoney seal of approval. The last and maybe most important element of vocal technique is none other than joy. Let's remember something about vocal technique. Vocal technique is the treadmill, not the race. It's the paint, not the painting. It's the trees, not the forest. It's the foundation of the house, the structure, the support, the basement. But don't live in the basement. Live in the upper room. Run the race, create the art, frolic, play, inspire. But how do we do that? How do we make sure that we don't become technique robots? Here are some ways. As you practice technique, don't allow yourself to get frustrated or bash yourself. Be kind, patient, and positive. Find ways to make your vocal exercises something that you look forward to and not something that you dread. Be sure you know exactly how your technique exercises directly benefit your song work. Make sure that you practice both exercises and songs. And as you practice, remember that we don't have to sing. We get to sing. What a gift. What a miracle. And your voice is one of a kind. Celebrate it, even with its flaws. And celebrate the fact that you are taking time to give it care and attention. If you can do these things, then technique will serve you instead of you serving technique. You'll make faster progress than you've ever made before and have a lot more fun making it. Plus, you'll earn a fifth and final Stoney seal of approval. Woo! Well, I hope you enjoyed exploring vocal technique today. Keep us posted on how it's going and send your questions to us at questions@voicelessonstotheworld.com. Here are some more things to make sure your vocal technique is signed, sealed, and delivered.
We are pleased to announce the upcoming release of Justin Stoney's new book, Sing Like Never Before. For more information, visit singlikeneverbefore.com. For voice lessons or Skype lessons with the NYVC staff, visit us at newyorkvocalcoaching.com. If you'd like a vocal course that you can do at home, check out the Voice Lessons to the World vocal course. This 12-part program takes you on a singing journey from beginner to master-level vocal exercises. You can find it at voicelessonstotheworld.com. Or if you'd like free vocal tips sent to you each day, sign up at dailyvocaltips.com. And now, here's Justin with this week's Vocal Benediction.
Sometimes we work so hard that we feel like robots. We lose our joy. Other times we're wandering aimlessly with nothing to set our sights on. We lose our passion. My friend, I'm wishing you a life of satisfying, soul-fulfilling work and a life of creative, awe-inspiring rest. A life where joy and passion partner with each other in your singing and all that you do. So don't sweat. Don't sweat the technique.